See this pedal here? This is the Line 6 Uber Metal. And this is one of the shittiest sounding metal distortion pedals ever. Here's why.
Just play the damn thing.
I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I love George Tripp's. I'm a fan. I think his designs are brilliant. I think, you know, all the way huge stuff are really, really good pedals. Really well thought out. They sound great. You know, I don't have any complaints about Mr. Tripp's at all. You know, and I love most of his designs, including the Tone Core series pedals from Line 6. There's a lot of really good pedals from that line that he designed for a number of reasons. Probably the most popular of them all is the Line 6 Echo Park. This is the delay pedal out of that series, and Line 6 got this one right. You know, this is a kind of a single stomp box version of the now infamous DL4, which has gone on to become one of the most popular delays of all time. You know, to the point that Line 6 actually just reissued that pedal last year, I believe. You know, this is a really, really well thought out pedal. You know, because it's, you know, the Tone Core series are cool because you can actually remove the core and replace it with another one, so you didn't have to keep buying, you know, the pedals with the housings and everything over and over again. But even the Echo Park core itself, you know, just the design of the Echo Park, what was it, 11 different delay modes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 delay modes, you know, and built-in tap tempo as well, right there on the switch. You know, built in right there on the switch, and it was actually tap tempo. It was actually easy to use. You know, you didn't have to hold the switch down for 2 seconds or anything to activate tap tempo mode or anything. You didn't have to do anything of that. You just tap it. You know, if you needed to turn it on and off, then you tap it a little bit further, you know, a little bit harder till you get the click, and that will engage or disengage the pedal altogether. You know, and let's also not forget that the delay algorithms in this pedal sound great. You can turn the trails on and off. You know, you could switch the delay mode, tape, analog, or digital. You know, it's in a single stomp box. It does it all. It's a great delay pedal. Also designed out of the same series was the Verbzilla. This is the reverb pedal. Maybe not quite as popular as the Echo Park, but still certainly one worth checking out. And you might even be able to find this one pretty cheap on the used market these days. I don't know if word has caught on about these yet. Another one that I really, really liked was the Space Chorus. Also a great pedal. What I like about this one, again, small form factor, great sounding chorus, you know, a couple of different modes. It's got chorus, tri-chorus, or vibrato mode on it, and also had tap tempo. You know, chorus with tap tempo, pretty cool. A lot of choruses don't have tap tempo on it. I find that to be a very, very useful feature of this pedal. But one out of this series that they did not get right at all was the Uber Metal, unfortunately. This was pre-Yamaha Line 6. Before Line 6 was bought out by Yamaha, they had limited funds for R&D. Their algorithms, you know, their digital algorithms, and their pretty much all of their products weren't, you know, anywhere near as good as they are now. You know, trust me, the best thing that ever happened to Line 6 was them getting bought out by Yamaha. Because pre-Line 6, they were sticking their stupid, insane metal distortion mode into every fucking product that they could possibly find. Now, George Tripp's designed the pedal, you know, the pedal design itself with the tone core, the removable modules, and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Again, no complaints there whatsoever. Great design. But it was Line 6's modeling that went into it. And this one is kind of a throwback to it came out in the new metal era, which is kind of what it's supposed to sound like. But I haven't taken this thing off the shelf in a while. You can see where my settings are. Those two knobs in the middle. The one on top is the scoop knob. I've got that one turned all the way down. So no scoop at all. The one below it is the mid control knob. You'll see I have that one turned all the way up. As much mids as I can possibly dial into this thing. And it still doesn't have enough mid-range. It's still scooped out and doesn't cut through and make worse shit. In order to get anything decent out of this pedal, you still got to stick an EQ in front of it. And at that point, that's a lot of effort for was essentially an $80 or $90 metal distortion pedal in the mid 2000s. Did have a couple of good things going for it. There's three different modes on it. There's metal, pulverize, and as I mentioned, the insane metal mode, which Line 6 is notorious for in that series. I think they might even still, I hope that they've finally stopped putting the insane mode in their Spider Series amps. The Spider Series amps sound a lot better than they used to. I don't know if they're still putting that mode in them or not. Regardless, this one has it in it. It's also got a 3-stage noise gate, built-in noise gate, which is handy. So there are some good features to it, but on its own, the EQ makes it pretty much worthless for anything beyond bedroom practice. Here is what it sounds like in a mix. So. That's what it sounds like in a mix. Here, and let me give you a better demonstration with a playthrough demo, and you can really you ought to really be able to see what I'm talking about with the scoop and mid-range controls, and how there's basically no mid-range frequencies to be had out of this thing whatsoever. When I'll turn some knobs on this thing like I usually do with everything at 12 o'clock. I may probably go back and turn the mids all the way up like I have them set right here, and then test everything again just to kind of see how it sounds. You know, because I don't know how much you're gonna hear with the mids even at 12 o'clock. So. I'm not a fan of pre-Yamaha Line 6 products. I never have been. I've bashed the old Spider series amps, particularly the first 3 generations of them. I've bashed continuously on this channel numerous times. I'm not a fan. No secret there. To be clear, what they're putting out nowadays is, they're on the right track now, and most everything they're putting out now I think sounds really, really good. Is thought out pretty well as far as functionality goes. They've missed, they've made a few misses here and there, which that's going to happen in any company. But I find that Line 6 gear is a lot more usable nowadays by both amateurs and professionals across the industry, live studio, all that stuff. It's a lot more usable now than it used to be. But back in this era, pre-Yamaha, I couldn't say that, and I think most professionals wouldn't have even messed with anything Line 6 at all back in that era. But it is still a cool conversation piece, particularly when you start talking about it with the rest of the series, which again, I do want to iterate, the design on these pedals is really, really cool. I kind of wish somebody would do something like this again, but with a modern effects native of some kind. So, Line 6, resurrect the ToneCore series, but use your current technology in it. You would make a freaking killing on these things today. Comment down below. Adios.